Hey all, hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are tuned in to Kingdom Things Podcast with myself, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I just rose from a nap, so my voice is a bit raspy. My face is a little puffy. More the more we are here within the podcast, I channel healing frequencies, divine wisdoms that are one with our cosmological existential fundamental nature to assist at this time as we are all rising and remembering as a collective called humanity, which our collective called humanity is a dimension of a galactic ancestral tree of infinite beings. And our infinite being ancestry is our dimensions simultaneously one with the infinite dimensions that are God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Our slumber, our soul amnesia, or our time of looking out into the solar system, the galaxy, the universe, and seeing a desolate creation, happenstance, circumstances, was us being under being in an experiment. A galactic and beyond experiment where we were under a microphone glass, under a magnifying glass with microphones and a telescope, where we were being projected into reality or our realm or our existence as we perceived ourselves, being observed by our future selves, which are one with infinite dimensions. To perceive how would we be, how would we grow, how would we evolve under the energetic cocktail in which we were projected in and as. Who would we become? We were in a controlled environment as we perceived desolate existence, evolution, with barren planets. The truth is, the barren planets are bustling with life in what we call other dimensions, or within other frequential patternings of divine evolution, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. As we exist, we are the infinite dimensions within and beyond God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. I heal through the inner space. I heal through the inner space in order to become greater consciously aware, consciously embodied. These wisdoms that are one with our cosmological as well as existential fundamental nature and beyond. Which brings me to my call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come. Your lingo with the universe is most likely unique to yourself. So validate yourself validate yourself in your knowings, even if your communication with the universe or yourself or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, yourself, the universe, truly one. Validate yourself in your knowings, even if your communication is more of a synesthesia form, where it's multiple, multi-dimensional faculties with no true definition in our culture. Validate yourself in your knowing still, as well as if your knowings have definitions like clairaudient, clairsentience, clairvoyance, channeling, automatic writing. Validate yourself in your knowing so that you become more comfortable to blossom back into the infinite energies, having cosmic experiences of divine evolution experience as we see it, biological and beyond beings of the cosmos. Again, sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless infinite potentials? Wait for the answers because it will come. Let's go ahead and roll into the human dharmic purpose, or the being dharmic purpose. Why do we exist? There are infinite reasons. One of the reasons in which I was gifted to share, to channel with the collective through my content, we exist to remember. We exist to come on back online once again to remembrance that we are infinite energies, having truly infinite experiences in this one moment. And the way we glean and experience and identify as in our infinite experiences in this one moment is our what we call soul, or Akashic record, our soul's history, our authentic frequential patternings, gift, solution, remedy, and mission to assist with the evolution of all things. Or God, Allah, Shekinah, Param, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, the infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Param, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. Our human dharmic purpose is to come into greater remembrance, again, through intimacy with the self, the soul, through the inner space and the outer space. Again, sit with yourself every day, ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come, as well as principle of correspondence, practicing the remembrance that all is within. Principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in my reality is, you're welcome. Thank you. Everything in my reality is one with me. When you see anything in your reality that strikes up an inquisitive disposition with yourself, or you don't like it, or you love it, ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is this in my reality? What is it? What is this person? What is this event? What is this place trying to teach me about myself, the self? Wait for the answers because they will come. Embody the wisdoms that are these answers, to be frequencies of wellness and balance, to grow and evolve yourself simultaneously, our culture simultaneously assist with the growth and evolution of all things. So we emit the frequency of remedy or wisdoms to more wellness and balance. And remembrance that we are unity. We are limitless, infinite, as well as unity. Existence, humanity, existence, all beings, all things, we're unity. We are one in our infinite dimensions. Evolving into the conscious awareness that our differences have always only been the divine in evolution. We experience a different culture, different perspective, different happening, different place, different people. We've always only been the divine in evolution. Being inquisitive about our divine nature in order to be the wisdoms, to be the wellness. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips 2033 prophecy. This prophecy was gifted to me to channel. It's prophesied to many cultures of our planet, all over the galaxies, all over God's creation. By the year 2033, we will be conscious, infinite energies. More conscious, infinite. It's an infinite journey becoming conscious. More conscious, infinite energies, having celestial being of the cosmos experience, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. As death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, were a product of the energies, the energetic alchemy in which we were projected in this realm to sort out through the way we grow and evolve and be and relate. It's a part of the experiment that I was channeling about earlier in regards to us being put under a magnifying glass, a microscope with audio, future selves, infinite dimensions observing us in this energetic cocktail to grow and evolve these energies into wisdoms. The death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking were a product of the energetic cocktail that we existed to mirror back to infinite dimensions that were observing our experience, our realm, our culture, our existence, to be the wisdoms from what they observed, to no longer perpetuate the imbalances, such as death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, and infinite other dimensions. Be the wellness from these imbalances and no longer perpetuate the imbalances. By the year 2033, we will be infinite energies, more conscious, more aware, more embodied, to understand that we are more embodied with our infinite nature, celestial, galactic, unity, oneness, Christ consciousness. Aware that the fact that we are infinite energies having a celestial being of the cosmos experience with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. As I'm channeling this, there are insights in which I had become consciously aware of the past few days in regards to our space and time existence and the illusions that perpetuated the ideology, dimensions of the illusions that perpetuated the ideology, the paradigm of limitation and lack. Soul space, ancestral forces, future self are like, hey, Ashley, can you share what you perceived? I say, yes, definitely. It has to do with celebrity culture. I say yes, definitely. Now, I grew up subconsciously and consciously idolizing a lot of these celebrities. So within my DNA, or my energy, my genome, is the alchemy, the energy of the fandom of these celebrities. And the alchemy, the energy of the fandom of these celebrities, we no longer have to fear it. But a lot of times these celebrities, they live lives where they would do anything to protect their persona. They would do anything to protect their persona. We're awakening to remembrance that we're much more than our persona. We're much more than our shape and form. That's kind of an offshoot of what I'm talking about with celebrity culture. That's an offshoot. Yeah, it's a mirror. Surely, it's a bit of a mirror, but it's also an offshoot. It's a bit different than what I'm referring to when it comes to celebrity culture. I'm gonna reference some content, and then we're gonna, as I do this, we're gonna speak about we're gonna channel about. Go ahead and share what I perceived. So we'll start with the channel content, Vanity Debunked. It's linked below in the description of this. Description of this Kingdom Things podcast installment under reference content. All my content is channeled. So Vanity Debunked. All the allegations channeled are allegations. Vanity that were gifted to me by the cosmos to assist with liberating our souls from the illusion of separation from the divine, or our infinite nature. We've always been one with our infinite nature, the divine. And we've been gifted the reawakening to the awareness that we're one with the divine. Why Ashley and Cosmic and Vanity Debunked, I channeled these timekeeper beings, timekeeper energies. They said, y'all had to go inside and remember that you're one with all beings, all things, to be awakened by timekeeper forces, by the universes, to remember that y'all are one with the universes. You've never been separate. Y'all just been in an experiment. And there's infinite other dimensions to y'all's existence. Infinite other dimensions in which manifested y'all's existence besides this experiment. There's infinite dimensions. These are the dimensions that I've been gifted to channel, to share. It's like y'all weren't gonna come into remembrance until you went through your inner space. To remember that we're one. We're an energy of continuity. We're an ancestral energy which manifests in infinite ways. We have 0 degrees of separation. Our experience, we perceive separation, but truly we have 0 degrees of separation. So Vanity Debunked. No longer identifying as celestial trauma. Channeling from the Far Beyond Council. Link below in the description of this video. And then we also have Elitism Transcended. It was this transmission, Elitism Transcended. It was originally in my other podcast catalog. My sister brother podcast is called Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. Available to stream on YouTube. Link below. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. On this channel, we do more powwow sessions. So like, we deep dive to the inner space, and we convene with the ancestral forces. We get wisdoms, healing frequencies to assist to evolve our human culture into greater alignment with our limitless wellness, balance, unity, celestial oneness, galactic Christ consciousness, existential fundamental nature, cosmological truths. There are infinite cosmological truths in which we are. So this is what we do on Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. Again, my sister brother podcast, link below. Elitism Transcended is within the Kingdom Things podcast Timeless catalog. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment Timeless catalog. Again, it was originally Elitism Transcended. Link below in the reference content in the description of this video. It was originally in the Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment catalog. I was guided to share it in the Kingdom Things podcast catalog as well. So we have Elitism Transcended. And then we have a shift, a convening part 2, a shift. This installment is linked below in the description. Kingdom Things Podcast installment is linked below in the description. In the description of this video, in the description under the reference content. I'm just realizing that in the thumbnail, convening is spelled wrong on this video. That's okay. Convening, sorry, we're gonna leave it. It says conveying. It's the soul said, actually, that was not a typo. That was intentional, celestially aligned. Conveying part 2. A convening part 2. Conveying part 2, period. A convening part 2. It's a really deep, all the channelings are really deep and beautiful and powerful. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within any of my content catalogs. A convenient part 2, a shift, ancestors channel. This is really deep. Okay, so before I press play on this video, because I got the soul guidance, intuitive guidance, soul guidance, like we're one with the soul. So it's like loud. Like, hey, Ashley, reference your latest Kingdom Things podcast content for this video. Reference for this video. This Kingdom Things podcast installment says, surely I pulled up the home page, the video page, Kingdom Things podcast YouTube catalog, and I started looking at it. I was like, whoa! And I noticed we're gonna get to it. So we just referenced a convenient part 2, a shift. In this installment, we channeled Tahuti Maha Avatar Babaji, as well as Rabbi Yeshua, most commonly known as Jesus Christ. In this installment, deep, right? We're gonna get back to some details in that because I gotta atone. So in this one, and then the next Kingdom Things podcast installment would be Akashic Book, Ancestors channel, Metatron, Osama Bin Laden, Plato channel. And then we have one of my Kingdom Things podcast, Goddess Talk Comedy Edition. It's where I take paradigms in our humanism that the divine says we kind of need to laugh about it, to not let it control us so much, with shame, embarrassment, resentment, anger. So we have one of my comedy talk editions, Goddess Talk comedy editions. It's called Poopies and Farts. Where, we be embarrassed about pooping and farting, and it's like at this time, it's part of our biological and anatomical nature. Like, it's just nature, and we just be so embarrassed and shameful about pooping and farting. So I have a Goddess Talk, Poopies and Farts. And then after this latest Kingdom Things podcast installment, we have Music Debunked. Y'all, I grew up with the paradigm and evolution of wanting to be a singer-songwriter. I do have music that I've created before my rapid awakening and then after my rapid awakening. The soul's like, hey, Ashley, pick music back up, heal yourself, channel healing frequencies into your music. My music catalog is available, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Whoever needs it, you'll find it. And the intention is that it brings you to greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment, celestial galactic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, remembrance that we are one in divine evolution. Wellness, balance, infinite potentials. These are the intentions. So I was still holding on to the concept of being a singer-songwriter as I've been awakening. I put it down for a moment, and then I was guided to pick it back up, heal myself, channel healing frequencies into the content. And then I kept on healing, and I got to Music Debunked. I got to channeling the, now I will tell you, and I'd share about it in Music Debunked. Over the years, my soul has been saying like, hey, over the last 2-3 years, my soul, 3+ years, the soul's like, hey, Ashley, we don't, because I live zealotry or seeking God within, so I pray, meditate. The soul was like, which we're all remembering to practice, to remember our limitless wellness, balanced nature, that we've always been one with the divine. We've always been one with the celestial bodies. The concept of bipolar, schizophrenia, autism, what was humanity mislabeling our multidimensionality or not understanding our multidimensionality. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience here within my content. This is what I was guided to channel and share. I'm actually going to link the installment in which I first channeled this in regards to not understanding our multidimensionality. Let me look at it really quickly. Give me 1 second, y'all. Anunnaki is in the title. Okay, so it's called King of Things, Anunnaki of Nibiru, and Ancient Sumer of Mesopotamia. So this installment is linked below in the description of this video. Reference content section. Anunnaki of Nibiru and Ancient Sumer of Mesopotamia. So I first channeled to share, like, we misinterpreted our multidimensionality, and we threw paradigms of impediment on them, like schizophrenia, bipolar, autism. Again, do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear in my podcast. So I've been awakening through the inner space, and my soul gave me this understanding, so I wouldn't be afraid, because I was communing with my ancestors all my life, which the soul says we all are, and we all do in different ways, but we take it as inner epiphanies or just like inner dialogue or thoughts, lacking the remembrance. Lacking the remembrance that we've always been one with infinite potentials. We've always been infinite potentials, and we were convening with the soul, the inner space. We're convening with the soul, the inner space. So I've been awakening and convening with the soul, the inner space, or all things. I've been learning and growing, and the universe just came to me, ancestral forces. They were like, Ashley, because I was still professing that I was a singer-songwriter. You'll see it through a lot of the content. So it was like, Ashley, we don't think you want what you're asking for. Can we show you what's in the energy, the bedrock of the energy of what you're asking for? I said, surely. So in prayer meditation, I would have different meditation sessions in which would be dedicated to showing me what's happening behind closed doors in the music industry and with celebrities in which I put on pedestals, I idolized. Allegedly. I was allegedly showing stuff. And I was like, yeah, I don't want that. I was like, no, I definitely do not want that. So like, no, thank you. It's like, okay, Ashley, can you channel music vanity? I channel Vanity Debunked. Channel these channels to help liberate our souls. It's like, okay, it's not just to liberate your soul, Ashley. We're liberating, which we're true, a whole collective. We're truly one. We're liberating the whole collective. So can you please share these insights, alleged insights in your catalog for the whole collective? Whoever needs it, they'll find it. I say, yes, surely. Allegations are alleged. So I channel Music Debunked. And it's like, hey, these celebrities that you're idolizing, they allegedly practice pedophilia. Allegedly. They allegedly have hunted people for sport, allegedly. To network with billionaires, allegedly. To harvest energy, allegedly. I was like, oh, no. I was like, no fucking thank you, baby. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. So basically, if I would have chosen to continue to, oh no, I want to be a singer-songwriter, I would have been unconsciously, subconsciously perpetuating death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, being trafficking. I was like, oh hell no. So I'm glad that the ancestral forces, universal forces, healing through the inner space, being inquisitive through the inner space, they divulged to me, they showed me, and that's how things have always only supposed to be. This is how things have only supposed to operate. Along with infinite other dimensions, we're supposed to know the energies in which we're putting on pedestals. We're supposed to know the energies in which we're buying into. We're supposed to know what's in the energies of our culture, our colony. To grow and evolve our culture, our colony into more wellness, more balance. To reflect the wellness, balance, limitless nature in which we've always only been. We no longer have to mirror back to the cosmos and beyond to God's creation imbalances. We're no longer in the dimension of our experiment, the galaxies, the cosmos, of our existence, our existential fundamental nature, where we have to mirror back imbalances. The ancestral forces said, y'all can be the wisdoms from your evolution, your history. You no longer have to mirror back the imbalances. I'm going to link the Kingdom Things podcast installments below. I channeled the Lyrans. It's called Lyran Kingdom Resurrect. And they're like a dimension of the infinite dimensions of y'all's co-creation, of y'all's procreation is, the Lyrans projecting their energy into realms and dimensions to to see their energy in many parts, to grow and evolve their energy into more wellness and balance. The Lions are like, y'all no longer have to mirror back the imbalances. Y'all can be the wellness and balance from y'all's evolution, from y'all's history, the wisdoms. To assist with procreating, co-creating, no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sexual trafficking, no human trafficking. Lion Kingdom resurrect. Link below in the description of this video. So we have music debunked. We also have music debunked. Link below in the description of this video. And we have Akashic Book, Ancestors, Metatron, Osama bin Laden, and Plato channel. That's really powerful because it's like, okay, y'all call me a terrorist. And yes, I played the character of a terrorist as Osama bin Laden, but I was always still the divine evolution, more the more. Irregardless of what character I was playing in that realm, in those dimensions, in that energetic cocktail, we are still the divine evolution. It's time for us to be the wisdoms from how we procreate, co-create each other's manifestation, to no longer mirror back the imbalances. I don't know if he said all that, but he was like, I'm still divine evolution more than more, you know, even though I played the character of being a terrorist. So music debunked. And then also being like in the United States of America, you know, whatever we're told about who people are, they have other dimensions to them other than who our government tells them that people are. Our government will tell us things to promote, allegedly, to promote and to promote their agendas, like to what they're trying to create. These beings, these people have other dimensions than what our government tells us that they are. And we now know that with social media, we can go on social media and we can see other countries and say like, hey, that's how y'all perceive it, but no, this is how we perceive it. We perceive y'all as a terrorist. Unfortunately, we be going around bullying people. You know, allegedly, United States of America be going around bullying other countries. They're like, we see y'all as a fucking terrorists. So you know, it's opening up our minds to dimensions beyond of who we were taught we were, from our governments, from churches, from ancestral books, ancestral teachings. Going to our inner space, hey soul, hey self, what is this trying to teach me about myself? And being the wisdoms to blossom back into limitless, infinite potentials. And a lot of times we can be triggered. Let's do so in peace. Let's do so in wellness. Let's do so without lashing out on people, because our personas are being decalcified. Because we're evolving, remembering, and being the limitless potentials from the history in which created our persona. To remember that we've always only been limitless, infinite potentials, and we're having an experience of the cosmos to help grow and evolve all of God's creation to more wellness, more balance, more unity. Remember that we are wellness, balance, unity, celestial, galactic, oneness, Christ consciousness. Music debunked. Then we have Rose Rising Risen. Remembering our galactic beyond nature. Link below in the description of this video. How to become conscious celestial beings in the present moment. Link below in the description of this video. Reference content. Calls from Home Part 2. Link below in the description of this video. As well as Calls from Home, which is the first part. Our cosmological nature was always being stewarded by our future selves. Link below in the description of this video. We have always been limitless. Our illusion of condemnation. Condemnation was a cosmic. These are Kingdom Things podcast installments. Was a cosmic experience. We have always been limitless. Our illusion of condemnation was a cosmic experiment. Link below. Experience. Link below in the description of this video. And then remembering back into galactic, celestial, Christ consciousness, multidimensionality. Link below in the description of this video. So once I said, I made the choice about who I wanted to be. It's like, no, I don't want to be a singer-songwriter. I'm finishing the last album that I'm working on, and I'll take my time with it. Like, I'll get to it. I focus on healing and growing and evolving, and I'll take my time to channel the healing frequencies and wisdoms into the music. My last album, working on it, finishing it up, and I'll just leave my catalogs up. I don't want to be a singer-songwriter. When I made that choice after I channeled Music Debunked, my soul was able to, I made this choice to make this pivot, and decide who I want to be. That's when I started my energy was open. My energy was open to channel cosmological understandings of our existence. More wide scope understanding of our existential fundamental nature. Christ galactic celestial oneness consciousness. It's where you get all of these celestial cosmic remembrances, frequencies. Granted, I've been channeling this the whole podcast, but the divine's been able to syncopate the collective with these remembrances. With my choice of not wanting to be a singer-songwriter and perpetuate the imbalances, it's a manifestation of a collective choice, a collective happening. So we're all awakening to remembrance of our limitless nature, cosmological nature beyond the paradigms and belief systems, dogma of the alchemy, of the energetic alchemy, which manifested the dogma, paradigms, ancestral lineage, understandings of self. This alchemy came from where? A projection of infinite dimensions of our future selves, to put the future self under a microscope, magnifying glass, to perceive how we would grow and evolve under this alchemical genetic circumstance or experiment, to be the wisdoms from this genetic alchemical happening circumstance, to no longer perpetuate imbalances, to be more wellness and more balancing, and unity, celestial, galactic, oneness, Christ consciousness. So I've gotten insight from the soul space, from the cosmos. It's like, yes, Ashley, please share these allegations. And it's nothing that hasn't already come to the light in the consciousness of your collective. They're like, the FBI has indictments coming for these people, allegedly. Like, actually, like, and you know, like, this is nothing that hasn't already come to light in your collective. It's just coming to light in a bigger way. We have these people, allegations for some of these people they're already in the Epstein files, discovered in the Epstein files, to allegations of sexual assault. So this stuff has already allegedly. So this stuff has already been coming to the light. We were under the alchemical imbalances, spells that were utilized by these celebrities, utilizing these energies or the soul amnesia to put themselves on a pedestal and aggrandize themselves to become gods in a world or realm where we forgot that we're all God in evolution. We're all limitless potentials in divine evolution. The divine says no more. We're awakening. We are one with the divine. I'm going to link below as well. Celebrity culture. Celebrity cult. You're welcome and thank you. Celebrity culture. I channeled the minor prophet from the Christian Holy Bible, Malachi. He might be in their Hebrew Bible as well. Yes, okay, cool. In a dimension somewhere, okay, cool. Malachi, the minor prophet, as well as, cool, beautiful. As well as Rabbi Yeshua, Jesus Christ. Celebrity culture. It's like y'all worshiping people, putting them on pedestal. Y'all deeming them as stars. Y'all were worshiping imbalance. And y'all didn't have the keys to unlock their imbalances, their karma, their cocoons, to set our soul free. We were never supposed to idolize nobody, because it kept us in soul entrapment. Because we exist to grow and evolve our soul, or to heal our soul. Now, if you're idolizing energies that haven't done this, we're becoming one with those energies. So we were becoming calcified in other people's cocoons, other people's imbalances, other people's soul trauma, and just stuck there because we didn't have the keys to unlock these dimensions. Self-acceptance, being the wisdoms, let's transcend it. You're welcome, man. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I perpetually state in my content, because my soul's like, make this plenty clear, Ashley. You channel everything you share in your podcast. Even your music is channeled. You let go and allow. You heal through the inner space. You get on these cameras, you let go and allow for the soul to manifest through you. What we call talent. We call these things talents. It's divine, the divine animating our vessel, animating our biology, to manifest in every moment, whatever we're doing. I do not want to be idolized. I confront the dimensions of me that do want to be idolized, because we have idols in our culture, which means there's a dimension in all of us that wants to be idolized. Transcendence. Let's be the wisdom. Let's be the balance. Let's be the wellness. You're welcome. Thank you. So yeah, I perceived, getting back to what I perceived these FBI indictments and stuff are coming, right? And they're aware of it. Some of them are aware of it, that they got FBI, because they're already sitting. Allegedly. So I'm being guided to be forthright, to be honest. It seems like I'm spilling tea. Because, like, shit, let's awaken and open our eyes. We were in a parody of reality, which had a lot of drama. When we're truly wellness and balance, we had a lot of drama in our reality. Self-acceptance, let's be the wisdoms. We became addicted to the drama. Self-acceptance, let's be the wisdoms. Because I got a little excited, but spilling this tea, because I've been holding it in my inner space. I haven't shared it in no transmissions. Self-acceptance, let's be the wellness. Let's not get excited. Let's remember that we're all one. We're all wisdoms. And then also, like, I would feel guilty and bad going back to the installment, a convening part 2, a conveying part 2, a shift ancestors channel, Maha Avatar Babaji, Tahuti, Jesus Christ, or Rabbi Yeshu. Rabbi Yeshu most commonly termed as Jesus Christ. In this installment, like, I felt like I had to atone. I was like, I had to reshare things that I already atoned with in the podcast. I already like shared, like, these are we would call indiscretions, imbalances, sins I've committed, like I've experienced. And I was like, these are the wisdoms, like, so give me more wisdoms. Because I felt guilty about Vanity Debunked, about sharing those allegations given to me by the cosmos. I felt guilty. I was like, okay, I gotta atone more, because I felt like it was like, I felt like a burden on me, like, because I used to idolize these people. So I felt guilty as part of that. Like, taking on a burden that isn't mine necessarily. I felt guilty. So in a shift, a convenient part 2, like, it gets real emotional, real dramatic. And it was honest to how I was feeling in that moment, because I was feeling guilty about the crimes and that were committed, that allegedly. I was feeling guilty. I was like, because we're truly one energy, and like I was idolizing this energy. I wasn't awakened to perceive like what I was idolizing. I was feeling guilty. So convenient part 2, a shift, ancestors channel. Oh, you really want to speak? Okay. I'm going to sit back and close my eyes. Ancestral forces, Tahuti. The ancestral force Tahuti wants to speak. Thank you, Ashley, for allowing me in this transmission. No notice at all. You're speaking about energies and transmissions and alchemy that is a part of cosmic ordering. Your existence, our dimensions, simultaneously one with infinite dimensions, that is our cosmic ordering, to figure balance, to figure wellness, to figure existence. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Tahuti. Ancestral force, Tahuti. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Needed. Yes, needed. Yes. Yes, self-acceptance. Yes, self-acceptance. Yes, self-acceptance. Yes. So we get into these allegations. Thank you, Ancestral Force. And we get into no longer condemning ourselves. Feel the way we feel. Okay? Feel the way we feel. But we don't want to scapegoat these beings in a way that we all embody these energies. Holding ourselves and being gratitude that the way they manifested, the things that they contributed to bring into manifestation. Being grateful that wasn't our front row conscious awareness experience. Feel the way we feel. Drop down and lean back into the wisdoms. Drop back into the heart space. Deb Duda. Deb Duda. God-given wisdoms. You got to lean back into the God-given wisdoms. The Hindu, like, there's many Hindu ancestors that want to come through and speak. They're like, actually, we want to channel. We had you say Deb Duda for a reason. Deb Duda is Sanskrit. The Hindu ancestors, they're like, we want to speak. They're like, just say we're the Hindu pantheon, because it's a lot of us. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to sit back and transcendentally channel. Yes, thank you, Ashley, for allowing us here in the transmission. No formal invitation, but we appreciate you allowing our presence, as we are here to say, humanity, you've made it, you've remembered. You must forgive to remember more, or to walk hand in hand with ancestors in which you saw as dead. We're really in other dimensions of reality, other realms, experiencing your existence through your strides, your existence, your body, your energy, as well as watching you through other dimensions in which we are embodied as other beings in other dimensions, still simultaneously one with all beings, all things, or the divine evolution. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ancestors. I'm going to close my eyes and we're going to transmute channel Ancestral Force, Carl Jung, PhD, Dr. Carl Jung. This podcast was in my calendar to be an exclusive channel of Carl Jung, Dr. Carl Jung. We're not upset at all. Thank you. We're not upset at all. He wants to go ahead and speak. Yes, Ashley, thank you for having me in this transmission at a time where psychology is merging with cosmic essence, where we're remembering that our psychology has always been cosmic essence. This is all, Ashley. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Ancestral Force. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, dear. Sweet child, you're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo. Thank you. Let's take a beat. Let's take a beat. A lot of energy's coming through. Energetic transmission. Let's take a beat. Healing frequencies to bring us into greater conscious awareness, greater conscious embodiment, in unity, celestial, galactic, oneness, Christ consciousness. So remember that we are the divine evolution. We are oneness. We are balance. And everything we experience from our neighbors, our ancestors, our kinfolk, who manifested as beings that committed atrocities, such as raping children, allegedly, to beings that only experienced the rape of children, the watching Law and Order SVU on TV, understanding both of these manifestations, a manifestation of our one energy, being in gratitude for no longer having to perpetuate the imbalances of our one energy, but being the wisdoms and the wellness from our one energy. Thank you, Ashley. I'm like, what ancestral force is this? They said, don't worry about it. I was like, what's your name? Don't worry about it. So I was obviously channeling. They're like, because they said, thank you, Ashley, to let me know that I'm channeling. They're like, I was like, well, who is it? Like, don't worry about it. You'll grow and evolve in synaptical understandings, cosmological and beyond nature, and you'll be able to align with synaptical understandings of different dimensions, beings, of divine evolution or creation, existence. Thank you. The ancestral tree. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, ancestors. You're welcome and thank you. 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 Whoa. I grew up watching Law and Order SVU heavy. I actually made a joke. I channeled about Epstein and Donald Trump. Like I do community lives, and I've grown and evolved to where, like, because my ancestors before, like, I started doing these community lives, the soul space, they were like, hey, Ashley, share celestial galactic oneness unity consciousness, or what's coming through in this transmission. I lean back into all my transmissions. I make the effort to. And I also speak like what's right there to speak and say. Like, I let that come out, which is also therapeutic and healing, so we can see ourselves and grow and attune with ourselves, grow and evolve ourselves into more wellness, more wisdoms, and the fact that we're one in divine evolution, and one in our nature, infinite nature, wellness and balance. So I do community lives, and this is an older community live. It's still healing and helpful. Like, I don't want to shame myself. My community lives are available to, okay, first off, a community live, I go live on Facebook on designated days. And I channel about whatever the ancestors want me to speak and channel about. And this was I was in the kitchen cooking or preparing my dinner. I think I was like heating something up. I wasn't like cooking, but sometimes I'll cook. Sometimes I'll be at my desk area with the community lives. So this live, the Donald Trump Epstein birthday letter had just came out. The Donald Trump Epstein birthday letter had just came out, and I was like, ooh. And the thing is, before that came out, I had seen it in the ethers, but I didn't realize it. I was in prayer meditation, and this joke came up, and I said the joke, and I didn't realize that was foresight for Donald Trump's Epstein birthday letter coming out, allegedly, because I don't think he still hasn't claimed it. He still denies. Donald Trump still denies that it's from him. So allegedly. So let me pull up. So what happened in this installment is I channel about Epstein and Donald Trump, and I try to lean back into the wisdoms of how we're all one, right? How we're all one. So we can no longer condemn ourselves, to allow ourselves to be the wisdoms from our imbalances, to no longer perpetuate imbalances, to manifest as imbalances, no longer mirror to each other the imbalance, be the wisdoms from it. We have to forgive ourselves or each other to be the wisdoms and no longer perpetuate the imbalances. When someone is perpetuating an imbalance, they're mirroring to humanity what we all have in our energy. So it's like forgiving ourselves, giving these self to be the wisdoms, to evolve and grow to consciously in this present moment. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no being trafficking. I'm gonna link this the community live before it. I'm gonna link the community live below. It's actually all of my community lives I save within my music page, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. You go to the playlist tab, and you'll see the community lives. They're all there. I'm gonna link below. This installment is called, this community live is called Dinner Chat, UAP Hearing plus Epstein plus Trump plus Reverting Back to Heart Wisdoms. So I also talk about the UAP hearing. So Dinner Chat plus Chat, UAP Hearing, Epstein, Trump, Reverting Back to Heart Wisdoms. So in this installment, I talk about, like, when I hear about, like, the Epstein stuff, I be wanting to transform into Olivia Benson and kick down some doors and knock heads off. And I'm like that. And I'm like, and I say, that's the joke I say in this installment, this live. And I'm like, I know it's not right, so please give me the wisdoms. That's just how I'm feeling in this moment. Like, if I was Detective Olivia Benson at an Epstein sting, baby, I would want to knock doors down, kick heads off. So it's not right. We only perpetuate the imbalances. So what do we want to do? Stay heart-centered, pray, meditate. And understand, when we pray, meditate through the heart space about what's going on within our energy, within our culture, we emit frequencies of the wisdoms to help shape-shift, quantumly shape-shift our species, our culture, and infinite dimensions beyond our conscious awareness, or God. One with the divine. Infinite dimensions within and beyond. God, Allah, Shekinah, Purpose, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, and to more wellness, more balance, without death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, being trafficking. Revert back to heart wisdoms. And understand our power to seek within, to emit the frequencies of remedy, quantumly shapeshift real existence, our genome, our realm, to impact and emit wisdoms and wellness to all other dimensions and realms of God's creation, to rise into unity, celestial, galactic oneness, Christ, and beyond consciousness, or remembrance of our cosmological, existential, fundamental nature of being infinite, wellness, and balance, and experiencing whatever experience we experience to figure wellness, more balance, more divine evolution. You're welcome, and thank you for the wisdom. Link below, Dinner Chat, UAP Hearing, plus Epstein, plus Trump, plus Reverting Back to Heart Wisdoms. Thank you, ancestral forces, which we are one with. You're welcome. This has been a great transmission. I wasn't sure how it was gonna work out, but it's like I should just let go and allow. I'm getting a migraine, all these healing frequencies. Oh yeah, I do need to share the insight I got when it comes to celebrities. So allegedly, the FBI got indictments for some of these celebrities, allegedly, and they know it, because allegedly they had been cooperating with the FBI. Allegedly, they had been working with the FBI, and the FBI allegedly they were like, what did they call? What was Epstein? What did they call him? He was from Mossad and like CIA asset. Mossad asset, allegedly. CIA, FBI asset, allegedly. Allegedly, these celebrities are assets. Like, some of them are assets for, like, the FBI, the CIA. Allegedly. I'm being guided to say just FBI. Allegedly, some of these celebrities are assets for the FBI. And the FBI, so they know these indictments are coming. Why are they getting indictments, actually, if they're allegedly assets for the FBI? They're getting indictments. Because I saw this. How did I see this? I was walking on I was actually guided to go outside and walk. And I got the downloads. The Cosmos let me see this. So I can stay heart-centered and share the wisdoms from it. So as a collective, we can be prepared and lean into the wisdoms when all of this stuff comes to the light and continues to manifest in our tangible realm. We can be the wisdoms, lean into the wisdoms, be the wellness, to emit frequencies of wisdoms of wellness, and not chaos, not self-pity, not self-condemnation, but, lean into the wisdoms. So allegedly, some of these celebrities are assets for the FBI. FBI brought them in and said, "Hey, we commandeered some tapes from some homes, and allegedly we see you allegedly raping children, allegedly in some of these tapes. We did not give you free reign to abuse children. We didn't give you immunity to rape children, allegedly." That's what they said, allegedly. They're like, "We didn't give you immunity for this, allegedly." That's not, and allegedly, the celebrity allegedly, that's the asset for the FBI, allegedly said, "You told me to follow the money, so I could bring you back information where the money goes. You said follow the money," allegedly. FBI said, we didn't give you immunity to harm children. We didn't give you immunity for this. So what is the FBI giving people immunity for? Like, what, and this has been coming to the light. And that's another thing we get to atone with. We just get to atone about our whole culture. These are a manifestation of our whole alchemical energy setup, our whole culture. Our whole culture. So allegedly, these celebrities know these indictments are coming. Allegedly. So this is what they do. They've been doing it for years, allegedly, to try to shapeshift reality, because they're aware of esoteric knowledges, and they have spiritualists, and they call themselves spiritualists, where they know they can bend reality with intentions, with getting other people's intention to feed into their intentions of how reality should play out. So you'll see a lot of celebrities, they're doing a lot of concerts, interviews, you see them everywhere. Why? They're trying to bend reality at their will, for reality to play out the way they want to play out, instead of these indictments and all this stuff manifesting and coming down. Transcendence. Every time we fit into the celebrity's narrative, we're walking into a box of reality. A little itty bitty box of reality where we come into soul amnesia. We forget our limitless wellness balance. We forget everything, and we're just feeding into the energies of this box, or the celebrities, or the person's intentions. It's time for us to step back, stop idolizing folks. Remember that we're all one. Drop into our heart space. Hey soul, hey self. What is this? My reality? What is this person? What is this thing? What am I supposed to know? To come into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of my limitless wellness balance, intentions, potentials, and so shall it be. And so shall it be. And so it is. Let me take a beat. Excuse me, y'all. Let's take a beat. Let's take a beat. Let's take a beat. Let's take a beat. I'm also going to link below in the description of this video Redemption Part 1 as well as Redemption Part 2. It's like, why do I feel guilty? Like I did something wrong by sharing this. I'm just saying heart-centered. It's a part of the spell casting. Okay, transcendence. Transcendent, transcendence, transcendence, transcendent. Because it's like a fine line. Yeah, we want to link back into the wisdoms. Yes, we want to remember that we're all wellness and balance, but we also want everything to come to the light so we can atone as a colony. We don't want to use this remembrance that we're all one to cover up the darkness still. Like, no, we're all one, yes, but let this stuff come to the light so we can atone, we can grow, we can evolve out of it. You're welcome and thank you. Continue to come to the light so we can atone, we can grow, evolve out of it, out of the imbalances, out of perpetuating, mirroring back the imbalances to be the wisdoms from our imbalances. So shall it be. I want to thank y'all so much for stopping into this Kingdom Things podcast installment. Thank you to Hootie, Ancestral Force. Thank you, Hindu, Pantheon, Ancestral Force. Thank you, Dr. Carl Jung, Ancestral Force. And then the Ancestral Forces that we get to grow and evolve to have a synaptical understanding of these Ancestral Forces. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Which you're always only hearing now. Thank y'all for presenting and making yourself known, prevalent, known, sharing wisdoms and messages in this transmission. So beautiful. Excited to walk hand in hand. Excited to walk hand in hand in a more conscious way, a more vibrant way. And that is a journey of evolution. Coming into greater conscious awareness of how we've always been one with all beings, all things. In celestial galactic oneness, unity, Christ consciousness, or peace, harmony from our differences, no longer warring in difference, but being harmony in difference. The celestial galactic unity, Christ, oneness, consciousness. Again, thank you again for stopping into this kingdom. Woo! Baby, we healing. Baby, we healing. A little power outage. Hopefully the power comes right back on. Luckily, my camera is not connected, so we're still here. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for stopping into this Kingdom Things podcast with myself, Ashley-Nicole Phillips installment. Yes, thank you. Again, please do not replace any of your professional medical advice with anything you experience here within my catalog, Kingdom Things podcast. Again, we have my sister brother. We're in the outro, y'all. We have my sister brother podcast, Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, which is available to stream on YouTube. Link below in the description of this video. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell to catch new healing, uplifting transmissions. Do not replace any of your professional medical advice with anything you experience here within Oneness Connection. We have my music catalog, Healing Frequencies from the Future and Evolution. But right now, in this moment, Healing Frequencies from the Future. I haven't. I guess some of my music was before I awakened. So you'll see my evolution through the catalog. More the more, I hope my music brings you wellness and balance, divine remembrance of our limitless wellness, balanced nature. I also have my books in which I channel. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, we want to help you remember who you are, who y'all are, humanity, to assist with aligning to the frequencies, the bandwidths, the energies, the dimensions, the DNA, genome, mind, body, soul activation, consciousness expansion, to the remembrance that y'all have always been limitless. Y'all been having the experience of the cosmos to help grow and evolve all things, not just the cosmos, but to more wellness, more balance, the remembrance that we're unity, that we are wellness and balance. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is a 3-part book series. The first two books, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. Thank you, thank you. Asiyah is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. For her to grow and evolve, remember that she's always been one with all beings, all things. She's always been one with unconditional love. She's always been one with wellness and balance. She experiences a lot of experiences which help grow and evolve her into this remembrance. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. My Other Half is a twin flame divine counterpart journey back home to God inside. Mirroring dimensions of our existential fundamental nature. The fact that we're one energy, one ancestral energy, an energy of consanguinity that manifests in infinite ways. One soul manifests as two humans over many lifetimes, many eras, many paradigms, many synaptical understandings of the self, much evolution. They will co-create a love and a life together, which lifetime, under which circumstances. This is the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available in many ways. You can purchase in the Amazon bookstore digital downloads. If you're doing digital downloads, it's 3 separate downloads, $29.97 plus tax for the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, All 3 books come in 2 bindings. The first 2 parts, Asiyah's story, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, comes in 1 binding. The 3rd book, My Other Half, comes in a separate binding, paperback binding. $29.98 plus tax, more than more for all 3 stories, 2 paperback bindings. The first 2 parts, Asiyah's story, 1 binding, $19.98 plus tax, plus shipping and handling. The 3rd part, My Other Half, $9.99 plus tax, plus shipping and handling. So again, $29.98 plus tax, plus shipping and handling for paperback copies mailed to your home. You're also able to listen to the first 2 parts, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah. The first 2 books, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home. Audiobook style within the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips YouTube catalog. A link below, and those 2 audiobook playlists are linked below in the description of this video. We also have my animated series, in which I channel from the soul space. Asiyah story, the animated series. Was guided to channel it. I channel remembrances, divine remembrances, multidimensional experiences into the animated series. Asiyah story, the animated series, is available to stream on my author's YouTube channel, AP Short Stories on YouTube, link below. I have a few seasons of the animated series over there. We're about to roll into an episode of the animated series, as well as an episode of my live series, Out of the Box. Out of the Box is available to stream on my music channel on YouTube, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. You go to the playlist section, you'll see Out of the Box, the first season of Out of the Box. It's about what we're all going through in some way. We're awakening from dimensionality or form, or the illusion of finite or lack to the remembrance that we've always been infinite and limitless. Remembrance that is, we've always been infinite and limitless. Having experience of dimensionality or finite or within an alchemical evolution that presents different dimensions of the self, for us to be inquisitive about the different dimensions of ourselves, to grow and evolve and be the wisdoms from the different dimensions of ourselves, or the self. We're one with the divine. Always been one with the divine. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love. Oh, one more thing. Magic Meals, my cooking show. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube, link below. I enjoy cooking. I've enjoyed it for a long time. Whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, this is what I put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. I also have some mukbang content over there where we eat and talk about whatever the spirit, channel about whatever the spirit puts on the soul space to channel about. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Again, on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I love you. Loving yourself. Self-love is the best love because it helps you grow and evolve into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of the wellness, balance, limitless potentials in which we've always only been. We pray Christ, celestial unity, oneness, galactic unity consciousness, or no longer warring in our differences, our infinite differences, but being harmony and knowledge and wisdoms and growth and evolution in our infinite differences. Self-love is the best love because it helps us relate with each other in more well and balanced ways, with peace and joy, divine remembrance. Self-love is the best love because we are loving our truest truths. Let's give it to ourselves first. As we give love to ourselves, we're pouring love into all beings, all things. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
Between me and you, life is all that it's cracked up to be. Taking my dark moments with as much gratitude as I do my light, I'm able to perceive a wider scope of who I am. I am able to perceive more of my multidimensionality.
Which is available on Amazon books, in the Amazon bookstore. Coming Home, the story of my book. I wrote palm frites into my book. It's a restaurant in NYC. My book, Coming Home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm Home, is available in the Amazon bookstore. It's about what humanity is about to going through the great awakening, the great shift, where we wake up to our limitless potentials. So I wrote about palm frites in my book. I've been wanting to go to palm frites since I was a kid. I've been talking about palm frites for the last 3 months. I'm manifesting. I'm in New York City, NYC. Palm frites is 44 minutes that way if you walk, 8 minutes if you Uber,
You rang. How can I assist you, dear Asiyah? Well, I'm on my flight to London, and I got a vision. Ashley-Nicole, please, Mindy, my dearest galactic ancestor, tell me what's going on here. I didn't know who else to ask about this, so I dropped into a deep meditation. And here you are. I'm always here, whenever you need me. Me and all of creation. You are a dimension of all of creation. I'm a character in a book?
Hey, my name is Asiyah, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
What did you think the book of Akashic Records consisted of? Just as Ashley-Nicole authored you or channeled you into creation, your co-creator, Ashley, was written into creation herself. But you reside within a reality of infinite realities. The age of unconditional love you have been assisting to bring about. You, your co-creator Ashley, and all of creation have been assisting to create, will allow for all realities, dimensions, and creations to transcend space and time, to grow, learn, and love from and with one another, as one creation, one family. Well, I had such a great time in London. I saw Big Ben. I ate at one of my favorite restaurants that I'd never visited before, Bacchanalia, London. I stayed at the Claremont Victoria, right around the corner from Buckingham Palace. I visited the palace as well. I also graduated into my role as an ambassador of the universe. I know. It went like this. As I was awaiting London public transit to take me 0.6 miles away from my destination, Bacchanalia, London, I got an epiphany. I once told a friend, our bodies aren't dumpsters for all of our emotions. And I was reminded that I had been holding in a lot of resentment and anger over the years for being or presenting as other than who I was, for not allowing my soul or my true authenticity to breathe. I was reminded by my ancestors that me forgetting who I was, a goddess having a human experience, was a part of the makings of me. And not only was forgetting who I am a part of the makings of me, but it was for my protection. I had to develop the skills or karmic lessons to be able to wield the power that is me, myself, my God essence, my goddess essence. All of the resentment, anger, envy, jealousy, and rage I held within, I'm now able to observe with a subjective view, an objective view, detached from the energies and detach all people, places, and things from the thought patterns associated with this energy in order to create new thought patterns to utilize the energy to manifest a reality that I do want, a reality of wellness, a reality for abundance for all, a reality of abundance for all. I sit here on this bench in the park whenever I need space to be with myself. Okay, how do I present this one? Other dimensions of myself, or my ancestors, shared with me that there is such a thing as a shadow government here on planet Earth. Based off of my internal work, my shadow work, my astral travel, and my learnings with my spirit guides, I have the understanding that everything in creation is multidimensional. The government is multidimensional. Our governments are multidimensional. Who are the shadows lurking behind the light, or what we can perceive in our reality? The shadow government is actually angelic beings, the all, oneness, or God, assisting with humanity's and planet Earth's ascension. Everything we've experienced and everything that we will experience has served as tools for self-mastery to be able to wield our oneness, God power, in physical form here in this realm of creation called planet Earth as human beings. As we all, as individual humans, continue to align with our internal gnosis or our soul's knowings or our soul blueprint, we will continue to extinguish any remnants of the amnesiatic states in which we created out of false pretense, in which we created out of the understanding that we are abundance, in which we created out of the understanding that we are dimensions and are God, Goddess.
I'm glad we were able to pencil each other in.
Me too. You know, our missions keep us busy. Super busy.
Yeah, I know. We just have to remember where our mission starts. Internal, our soul. Where we meet, our soul.
Yes and yes. Before I get into all the juicy astral details, you like my new hairstyle?
I really do. What inspired the do?
I'm not sure. I just wanted something different. Well, different for me anyways.
I love it, Asiyah.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for our bond, our connection. My internal knowings, intuition, God inside told me a while ago that we were created with each other's most wildest dreams and possibilities in mind. I definitely believe it now. If I had any doubts before, I have less doubts now.
Do you want to talk about it?
In front of the camera?
Cut! What are you talking about, Chase? Why don't you want to talk about it on camera, Asiyah? Asiyah? Chase is talking about some things that have implications on human nature and the planet. I'm not sure if I want to talk about it on camera yet. Well, Asiyah, you signed on to be a part of a show where you divulged the journey, your spiritual alignment, to hopefully encourage others that are going through similar things as yourself. You have to tell your truth. Tell your story. It's going to be fine. Okay, Asiyah? Okay. I am a key.
I am a key.
And our union in this reality solidifies the solidarity of all of creation, the oneness of all things.
A new world. A God dream. My name is Asiyah, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asiyah, followed by the story of Asiyah, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. a day's trip. I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I have no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.
I am a key.
I am a key.
And our union in this reality solidifies the solidarity of all of creation, the oneness of all things.
A new world. A God dream.
Graduation day. Last night was pretty significant. I don't want to gaslight mine or your existences. Every moment is significant. The Center Intelligence Agency declassified documents pertaining to the valid nature of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is protected by forces that are the oneness of all things. Do you remember reading about curses placed on archaeologists that dug up ancient Egyptian tombs? Yeah. Tampering with the Ark of the Covenant, if you don't have the energetic embodiment or keys within your energetic embodiment to do so. Curse times 100 trillion. What's in the Ark of the Covenant? Epoch. The age of unconditional love. Thankfully, I am the codes. And gratitude expressed for the infinite dimensions of existence that are also the codes. And gratitude to evolution. In a past life or another dimension of myself, I was an agent in the illumination system, an ancient spiritual organization that defends the evolution of human consciousness, the growth and balance and wellness of humanity. We become reacquainted this lifetime, this dimension of the self, as Ashley. While I was sitting in my home in the States, an illumination system agent, Larry, spiritually communicated with me using extrasensory perception, multidimensionality, to offer his presence in my podcast, to assist as humanity awakens. Simultaneously, he was cloning my energy to retrieve the findings within the Ark of the Covenant to liberate humanity. I am sure the covenant is in great hands. Being that the epoch energy is an omnipotent force that you truly cannot control, you are able to harness the energy, embody the energy, to follow the guidance, universally aligned, to contribute your authentic frequency, beingness, wellness, medicine to creation. Another day in the simulation. Let's see what's cooking good looking with wellness and balance. Okay. An instant message from the luminescent system. Let's see what's going on today. We are simulation. But this is not a drill. But what does this mean? Is it done? Did we do it? Did we do it? What does this mean to you, Ashley?
We made the impossible possible. Yeah. That's why we're celebrating. God in the physical, we're angel nation. God in the physical, we're angel nation. We waited. Love is on fire. There are many of you and I. My civilizations that are love is on fire.